There was a lot about talking about speed this morning, and I thought I would continue on that topic a little bit. I think we're underestimating that speed we actually have in the industry, and we're comparing maybe not always the same things. I mean, it took us 100 years to build out 1 billion fixed lines. It took us 25 years to get the 5 billion mobile subscribers. And today we have about 600-700 million mobile broadband users. At the end of this year, it's going to be 1 billion. And in 4 years, it's going to be 5 billion. And I think if you compare those numbers with some of the companies we had earlier today, I think this is actually tremendous speed and a great opportunity. So we see that these three technology areas are fundamental for this change and this speed and this development to happen. And they had to work together, almost as one entity. The mobility, the broadband, and the cloud. And today we see that mobile and digital is really moving into the society, into the business in so many areas, and changing the way we work and the way we act. And technology is going to be even more advanced. The performance of communication, information, and the infrastructure behind that is just going to increase, and it's going to go quicker and quicker. And of course, this will open up for new opportunities. People in business will create, they will learn, they will develop, they will innovate, they will sustain, all for the better to ourselves and the industry and the world. And as I said, the speed is not bad, it's going quick. In 4 years, we're going to have 5 billion mobile broadband users out there. But also, I think we need to see some change when it comes to the way we are doing business in this space. I talked to the left here about a phase or area where we say we're going to define or establish the market. And that we have done with standard networks. We have built out the basic infrastructure and the connectivity. And we did not only have standard technology, we also had a standard business model. And the standard business model was really one size fits all. That might be okay when you establish mobile broadband in the marketplace. But when you go into now to more the differentiating phase and more the deployment phase of this, you need to start differentiating. You need to do whatever we call it segmentation. You need to do it differently. People have different needs. People have different behaviors. And they want to pay different for that as well. If you're a traditional web surfer where you read newspaper and you do maybe your emails, why should I pay the same amount, more or less, as somebody doing online real-time gaming? Of course I shouldn't. And maybe the guy who's doing the online real-time gaming in HD quality, maybe he doesn't do that every day, 24 hours a day. Maybe he just wants to pay for that when he's actually doing that service. So I think we're going to see so much more differentiating model going forward. And I will show you some examples of this that we already have now in place and that we are working on to really differentiate the way we are doing this business and to really modernize the business models. And one of them is around mobile broadband data charging. And this is an Android client, and you have, in this case, John, who has a package of 2 gigabytes, and so today I think he has a 2 megabyte package and the speed. And then he says, okay, I want to boost a little bit. I'm going to play my real-time game. And I don't want to lose because I have less capacity and less speed than my competitors in the game. So of course, he buys a package of a turbo speed. And not only does he do that, then he gets some promotion to get some good deal on buying content. It can be music, it can be videos, or it can be any other kind of promotion. And then he's doing his game, and then he realized that suddenly he has used half of his package. And at the same time, he gets the promotion from his operator that you can buy a gigabyte of data and you can get 2 free applications. Or you can do any kind of promotion you want. And of course, he continued to play his game, and at the end, he's getting close to red, close to the end. And the interesting thing here is that he is in charge. The speed won't go down. He is in charge. He's deciding, do I want to boost my speed, my capacity? It's not just happening by itself. Another thing is going to be seen more. The consumer has to be in charge and decide. Another example is what we call dynamic discount that we have done for a while when it comes to voice and SMS, and now also introducing it for mobile data. It's based on a traffic load. So it's based on the cells where the traffic is, or the load is less on a certain point of time at a certain location. Today the networks are dimensioned for the peak hour, but honestly we had 23 more hours during the day. And the most expensive base stations are the one that is not utilized. So what we do here is to shift the consumption to areas and point of time when there is less load in the cell and at that point, at that space. So either you have a package of 5 gigabyte and you get an offer when you're in one of those cells at that time. What you download now, we would only deduct half from your package. You download 100 megabyte, we deduct 50 only. By that you can shift the consumption. Or you can say for the more kind of lower users with pay-as-you-go model that you charge you half price. And we have seen this with voice and SMS, and it's tremendously how it works. And we also discussed it in the morning here in other parts of the world for voice. The whole African Asia market is a huge uptake. The ARPU is increasing dramatically by introducing this. And we see now a huge interest to this when it comes to mobile broadband data charging, to really differentiate and make it different and put the consumer in charge. And also when we look into this, what we call the network society, towards this where everything is going to be connected. Everything that will benefit from a connection will have a connection. And we see the first phase is when it comes to the consumer electronics. It's the laptops we're in here, someone sitting with an iPad, someone sitting with a smartphone. It's those ones that are connected, but also the TV sets. And it's a benefit for us as a consumer. But also, we should not forget there's a benefit for the manufacturer of these ones. Suddenly, they can offer you differentiated features and functions based on software. And they can upload that, and you can pay for that because there is a connection to the device. They can also offer you other kind of services. I was over the weekend looking into the Sony and Samsung latest TV sets. I mean, they have some kind of app stores, they have video on demand in the TV, record functions, etc. So of course, that is a great opportunity for us as a consumer, but also for the manufacturers. The second one is what we call the networked vertical industries. The hospitals, the automotive, logistics, transport, banks. We saw banks in another example here being kind of connected, and mobile money we discussed. I will show you an example just after this as well on the car manufacturer possibilities. But then also, we're going towards a society where everything that benefits from a connection will have a connection. But we should also remember, connectivity is one thing. Whatever gets connected needs to be managed and monetized. And that's another challenge that we have in front of us, or another possibility. I will show you an example of the network vertical industry. This is something that we, together with a partner, are working together with the car manufacturer Saab in Sweden. And it's based on one of the solutions that we have. But I think it's nice to show and also to illustrate what the possibilities are already today.
Imagine an alternative future. A future where your car effortlessly unites with your life. We did. We call it Icon. And the future starts now. Inspired by the new reality, Saab has created a true first. Seamless digital and automotive harmony. From Icon's menu, you're only a touch of the screen away from a world previously confined to your mobile device or computer. And only an idea away from creating and uploading your own Icon app. So staying in touch on the go, sharing experiences as they happen, and creating an interactive focal point for you, your Saab, and your life has never been clearer. We've seen the way forward. Icon. The future starts now.
So I think this is an example of what's already happening now. And looking into the future of network society, I think sitting here today, we will even have hard to imagine what's going to happen in 5 to 10 years. Everything will be connected. I'm pretty sure about that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Stefan.